You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming, and some of you may on Twitter the Gaming Drag today. I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Echo, Flynn's Path. Looks like we're getting closer and closer to being done with Echo, y'all. What should I play after? Should I play the Smoke Room or Arches? I'm curious as to which one. I think Arches is the direct sequel, and Smoke Room is the prequel, I believe. Y'all, so I think I'll do a poll. I'll do a poll for what I should do after this is over. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back into it. Oh yeah, before that, just wanted to let y'all know our Patreon is now up, so for as little as $5, y'all can help support the channel and get access to our community Discord server and future access to all upcoming Not Safe for Work videos. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Alright. I don't even need to say anything. His fingers are already unbuttoning the front and tugging down the zipper. Jesus, no going back now. I see the pinkish flesh of my own. Yep, and coming free from its confines with an almost comical bounce to it. Flynn makes some kind of noise I can't quite make out, then mutters something about coming off. It takes me a second to realize what he's saying, the gila pulling at the fabric of my musty-ass shirt. I nod quickly. Oh, yeah, good idea. With a few quick tugs, I'm bare-chested. I let the shirt fall to the floor. I'll worry about it later. Flynn crouches down some and pushes himself closer, sandwiching, yep, in between us. I sway my hips, grinding the tip around his belly button. An older man at the other end of the room yells something in another language and someone turns the volume up on the TVs. I can't tell whether the moaning is coming from Flynn or the porn now. I think I see him roll his eyes. Really nice, ambience here, yeah? Yeah, just fucking peachy. My shorts finally finish their slow descent down my swaying hips and tail, dropping to my ankles. I kick them my underwear off to the side. I'm completely nude now. And of course the bright lights come back on. Somehow Flynn looks impressed. Did you get less ugly or something? Flynn's gray muzzle parts to a brief grin. He pulls away from me, unbuttoning his own pants. The gila looks unconcerned with the now rather visible gawkers as he too goes fully nude. There's nothing inconspicuous about him. His black and orange color pattern is meant to stand out, and with his 6'7" muscular build, it's even more true. He towers over everything, everyone, like he's just above it all. Meanwhile, his length looks like it's practically leaking. It's already slick with the lizards. Yep. Flynn turns, lowering himself to his hands and knees despite the filth. Oh, yeah. His tail flicks up, exposing his ginormous... Oh, well put, Chase. Well put. Oh my god! He sways it some. The way his scales reflect light makes it almost look shiny. Fuck me, man. Heh, gladly. Ah, here I thought that Flynn would be the one fucking Chase. Slowly I reached down, play, yep. When Flynn and I had messed around at his place, we definitely didn't get this far. Anal sex is second base for gay guys these days, right? I guess I figured his hindquarters would be a hell of a lot more taut, but... Having fun back there? Oh, sorry. Just staring into the abyss. The gila snickers and I can practically feel his body quake in my grasp. He looks over his shoulder and our eyes meet again. Flynn? Yeah? Flip over. He blinks, peering at me with a curious look as if questioning whether he heard me correctly. After a few moments, he rolls over. I place my paws on his soft underbelly and his knees pull up instantly. Flynn practically hisses in reaction. I bring my paw up and spit into it. With Leo, I'd always end up having to finger him for quite a while before being able to top him. But Flynn looks ready. Yep. My heartbeat quickens. I look down at my friend, his blue eyes shining. Next time you feel like talking down to me, remember this. Flynn's tail slaps the ground hard. The gila's hands ball up into fists, his cheeks puffing out as I enter him. He swears between grit teeth. Fuck yeah, I will, Chase. I think I hear Ryan hooting at us from across the room, but I don't care. It's just him and me, and that's all that matters. I haven't felt something like this in years. I'm going to a full hilt inside him. His eyes shift from a wild gaze to a beckoning, half-lidded stare. I lean forward and kiss his furless muzzle, feeling the texture of his scales upon my tongue. Someone comes up from behind me and rubs my ass. I think Flynn tries to mumble a fuck off to them, but it's half-hearted. As I begin to roll my hips, pushing in and out of him, I can hear subtle slick sounds in the darkness beside us. I prop myself up on the balls of my feet now, angling downward as I thrust since Flynn seems to be the most sensitive there by the way he's moaning. I look up, about to kiss Flynn again, when I notice a pair of dark, furred thighs next to his head. I flared... Oh, God. Yep. Yep. Not saying that. Jesus Christ. That's Chase saying that, not me. I'm gonna pause it. Well, 1 second, y'all. I need to drink some water. Everybody's thirsty here, apparently. Okay. I have to admit, the sight is hot. Really hot. I managed a few more pumps before I feel myself. Yep. I shudder, my body shaking as I empty myself into my friend beneath me. He doesn't seem to notice, though. A particularly large Finnick has joined the equine. Flynn is... Oh, my... Jesus, okay. Someone is talking to me in a foreign language now. They laugh once and a paw slaps my ass. I wince. Things start to seem different around me. Like smoky haze itself had become much less of a veil of my surroundings. Another man next to the foreign-speaking guy laughs. At first I think it's Ryan, though I don't see him anywhere. Something wet spritzes my thigh. The foreign-speaking man grabs my tail, pushing it up. I freeze. I'm still lodged in Flint, so my movement is a bit limited. I can't see much either. 2 paws take hold of my hips, then comes the sudden... Oh, yeah. I nearly shout, scrambling forward in the darkness and tripping onto Flynn. He irks, letting out a few raspy words as... Yep. Don't stop. His free hand grabs onto my chest fur, the large gila trying to keep me put. The foreign voice behind me now sounds more terse. He calls me Chula, and I'm instantly reminded of Leo. But it's not him. It's a complete stranger. All these people standing up around me are complete fucking strangers. When I look down at Flynn now, the way he's acting, he may as well be a complete fucking stranger too. My face burns like it's on fire, and my heart feels like it's stopped. I yank Flynn's hand away from my chest, crawling beside him as I try to gather up my clothes. He reaches for me again, though I'm out of range. I manage to get a hold of my shorts and underwear, and I quickly pull them on. My shirt is missing, though. When I look up, I spot the familiar blue fabric in one of the equine's hands. He's wiping off the end of his knob with it. I reach up, snatching it from his grasp. He says something I can't quite understand, thanks to his drunken slur. I'm covered in the filth of this place now. I can even taste it. I clutch the soiled shirt to my side, watching Flynn squint at me over the Yep. Fucking... come back! He trails off as the foreign person takes my place, pushing... Yep. The gila lets out a satisfied noise, which becomes half garbled, as the equine gets more amorous with Flynn's mouth. I hesitate, staring at my friend from 10 feet away. No. Fuck you! His words are stuttered as his body rocks with each thrust from the man. I can't look at it anymore. With a shaky breath, I close my eyes and turn to leave. Yeah, I mean... Chase is gay, but that doesn't mean he's comfortable doing things with strangers, so... Oh, Friday. I bring the tripod back over my shoulder, wincing some as the metal pushes against my collarbone. I came all the way out here to the old post office, but the camera battery won't stay in. I can't even turn the thing on without physically pushing and holding the battery in place. Carl must have fucked the thing up more than I originally thought. When I got back to the motel, I'll have to see if I can fix it. Otherwise, I'll have to probably download some pictures off the county website and just narrate over them. I should have scanned these photos I found at the city hall, because going back there now doesn't seem like a great idea. I close my eyes, letting my legs lead the way as I step through the tall grass and back onto the dirt road. It's hot today, way hotter than it usually is in late spring. Everything is kind of hazy, too, like there's a wildfire air blowing downward through Echo. Those usually drive my allergies nuts, but so far I'm not feeling too stuffed up or itchy. As screwed up as it sounds, I always kind of liked when there was a big fire in the state. I mean, sure, it sucks sneezing all the time and having my nose feel scratchy, but I love the burning smell. It reminds me of barbecues. It doesn't smell like that now, though that does remind me. I pull out my phone. It's 10:03 a.m. Jenna texted me earlier. 1 second, y'all. It is water time. Okay. Jenna texted me earlier. Chase, Leo wants to set up his grill at the hill behind your house. Around early afternoon, I think. If you want to stop by, you can. When we were kids, sometimes my dad would let us roll a little charcoal grill up there and try cooking ourselves. My dad always said it was to keep a wide buffer between us and the house so we didn't accidentally burn the place down. After Flynn set a bush on fire in our backyard during Labor Day, I kind of understood the sentiment. I exhale, shoving my phone back in my pocket. Interesting Leo decided to schedule it while Flynn is still working. I bring my thumb and forefinger above my muzzle and press at the space between my eyes. I sniff, smelling the faint scent of musty ash that seems to cling to my fur even after the shower I took this morning. And just like that, my blood seems to cool. I get that weird stuttering feeling you have in your heart when you remember something you don't want to. Last night doesn't seem real. I can't believe shit like that exists, just past where I grew up. How long has that place been around? It doesn't even have a name. I searched the address some more when I got home, but I didn't find anything online. I mean, I've been in gay bars before in Peyton, usually because some girl I'm friends with drags me there, but nothing quite like that. At least Daxton seemed to not hate it completely by the time we left. Turns out the middle-aged horse guy was an old dastry, the term for people who really like Ad Astra. Dax and him hit it off pretty well while I was away. Carl, meanwhile, was already passed out in my car by the time we got back. It was an awkward car ride home. Oh. A strange sense of sad nostalgia takes hold of me as I approach the faded white old brick structure that was my home. It's a nice-looking house. The white picket fence that surrounded the exterior is all but gone now. The few remaining posts are scattered all over the yard, some half buried in the loose barren topsoil. I remember Dad always made me paint it every summer, and I'd pitch a huge fit because I hated it. Working in 110-degree temperatures with scratchy bramble getting stuck in my pads, not to mention the dirt on the paintbrush. Dad never was happy with how it turned out anyway. He'd yell at me for laziness and doing a poor job. He claimed I had no aptitude for work, first placing the blame on me playing too many video games, then Leo. People are supposed to have a sense of satisfaction in their work, but every moment away from an escapist diversion seemed to make me miserable. I'd coop myself up in my room with a big-ass plug-in fan, watching TV, daydreaming about fictional guys, and eating just an absurd amount of cereal. I sigh as I walk over an old plot where Mom's garden used to be. According to City Hall, this place is abandoned, condemned now. I step up to the window of my old bedroom, squinting through the dusty glass, and spying the familiar turquoise shag carpet inside. All the furniture is gone, and spiderwebs hang from every corner. There's some graffiti on the wall as well, a gang sign or something that looks like a crooked red number 8. Seeing it, I'm left with a feeling of unease, like the sanctity of what was once mine has been taken away. I don't exactly pine for the days of being stuck in there, but there's this overwhelming pang of awareness that those times have passed and are never coming back. The worries I had growing up are gone, and replaced by these visceral, very adult concerns about money, jobs, debt. And I'll never have a group of friends like I did back then. A sharp whistle breaks my train of thought. I spin around to see the silhouette of 2 figures up on the hill overlooking the house, Leo and Jenna. After a moment, TJ walks up next to them and waves. Hi, Chase! I lift my paw up, offering a limp wave in return. Next thing I know, TJ is making his way down the slope, Leo right behind him. Jenna follows shortly after. Chase, it's good to see you again! The lynx looks tired, all things considered, the tips of his fur tinged with an orangish dirt of the area. Still, he's beaming at me regardless. It's good to see you too, actually. TJ cocks his head. Actually? I blink. Yeah, what do you mean by that, Otter? Leo has a stern voice, his eyes hard upon me. I mean, you know what I mean. A smirk appears at the edge of the wolf's muzzle, and he steps up to me, slugging my shoulder with enough force to sting a bit. Well, astonishingly, it's good to see you as well. I wince a bit from the blow. Leo reaches over and ruffles my head fur. Second, y'all. Water time. Sorry. He grins a little awkwardly. He seems cheery overall. It's hard to believe he's the same Leo that just yesterday I was hiding in a bathroom cupboard from. I try not to look too tense. Next time, hit him harder. Jenna gives me an edged look, though there's some warmth to her eyes. Jenna... She looks me over, then glances toward the road. I'm surprised you didn't drive. We found a picnic table in one of the yards of the abandoned houses. We set it up over there. He points to the base of the hill slope, where sure enough, an old wooden picnic table sits. And TJ was okay with this? The lynx frowns, digging his toes into the dirt. Well, as long as we put it back when we're done. You're becoming quite the rebel, TJ. I manage to smile at him. He looks slightly aghast, though Leo chuckles. We should put the hot dogs on the grill now. The bacon won't take as long. Jenna turns, making her way over to the table. Beside it is a green portable propane grill, like the sort you use for camping trips. On top of the grill are a couple of Ziploc bags. We're gonna grill these up. We're gonna grill up these fancy pepper jack hot dogs we got in Peyton, and some applewood smoked bacon. That sounds good. We even got some tofu dogs for Carl. Just like old times, yeah? Hope we've gotten better at cooking since then, but, where's Carl? Leo shrugs, TJ chiming in. Maybe he slept in? It's kind of early. For him, I mean. We make our way over toward Jenna, Leo's tail wagging slightly as he walks. I set my gear down and peer at the table. The thing is dirty as hell, probably over a decade of dust and weather etched into the wooden metal. I can't remember what neighbor this belonged to, Over the years, there were so many. Usually hippies or retirees seeking to get away from the hustle and bustle of urban and even suburban living. Most became rather disillusioned with the idea of Echo being some lovely desert escape after about a month of living here, though. I glance up at Leo. He looks back at me. He's taking the hot dogs out of the packaging and getting them set up on the grill. Alright, guys and gals, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching this bit of a spicy episode of Echo. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Leave a super thanks, or tip if you can, it always helps. Don't forget to check out that Patreon, y'all. Anyway, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!